Economic uncertainty is leading to some major market dips for real estate. Century 21's annual price per square foot survey reveals Canada's biggest cities are seeing some of the biggest drops. Joining me now to break down the findings from our province is Max Bachman with Century 21. Max, good to speak with you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
First, maybe give us an idea of just, how prices here in Manitoba are holding up.
Well, here in Manitoba, it gives me great joy to say that we have more of an insulated market. Most typically, when you're looking at the graphs year in, year out, you're seeing a fairly steady climb. No huge peaks, no huge valleys as far as Manitoba's average home price per home, or in this case, we're looking at price per square foot. So the trend continues. Here you see in Manitoba that we're steadily rising. And if we're looking at our statistics, going up 8% from 2024 to 2025.
One of the real standouts when it comes to statistics in this survey is condo prices in Brandon. They saw the biggest jump across the country at 22%. Can you give us some insight into what may be driving that?
Absolutely. Well, I think that smaller cities, rural communities are kind of catching up to what you're seeing in larger cities across Canada. And you'll also find that demographically, maybe people are making that downsize or that shift from the larger family home to something that's a little bit more affordable and makes a little bit more sense from an age perspective. And you're seeing that in Brandon clearly.
Speaking of affordability, as you mentioned, this survey looks at prices that go back as far as 2018. And while they have steadily climbed here, how much more affordable is it to buy a home here in Manitoba compared to, say, Toronto or Vancouver?
Well, that's great that you should ask that question, because obviously looking at the price per square foot figures, we see the biggest decreases in price per square foot in Toronto and larger city centers. That doesn't mean that they're by any stretch of the imagination going towards the bottom of the group. They were always at the very top as far as being expensive, and now you're seeing here in Winnipeg, the affordability is because of our jobs that we have available here, that sort of feeling of safety and a great place to raise a family. So looking at that, it still is very affordable, but also an amazing community to be calling home.
On that note, a lot of these dips in the market are because of the, economic uncertainty you were speaking of. Seeing as we are a little bit more insulated, are we expecting to see prices climb even higher this year and next?
Well, ultimately, Winnipeg has a very seasonal market. You'll see every year, depending on where your average price per square foot is, that you have a very busy spring, and then it somewhat slows down into the winter and then picks up into the fall. I assume that with the current way that the interest rates are right now, we'll be continuing to see prices rise in homes, but not like a ski jump like you're seeing in those big cities. It'll be more expectable and something that you can predict a lot easier.
Yeah, I heard an analogy. We're the tortoise in this race.
Yeah, well,
nothing wrong with that.
That's right. You know the old story. Exactly.
Max, thanks so much for the insight into the survey. Great speaking with you.
Again, my pleasure. Have a wonderful evening.